The St. Paul and Minnesota Community Foundations believe that communities have the answers and are best equipped to identify the issues that we need to address. Our goal is to make certain that we have healthy community agencies who will tend to our needs today and that we help grow those needed for the emerging issues of tomorrow. This is a community that has incredible generosity. We're a community of people who speak out for justice.
So we are really two foundations, the St. Paul and Minnesota Community Foundations, and both of them have been a wonderful engagement throughout Minnesota since the 1940s. The St. Paul Foundation was created in 1940 by a group of civic leaders who saw this decline in funding from federal government funds to help citizens of our community and recognized that there was a role for private philanthropy to come in to help our local community. So when we look at where we are today, we are still these two large community foundations. In fact, St. Paul Foundation is the largest community foundation in Minnesota. Minnesota Community Foundation is the third. We're still working within that broad framework, but we've really skinned it down to three primary goals that we want to achieve as an organization. One is advancing equity. The second is ensuring we have healthy communities throughout the state of Minnesota. And then the third one is making sure we're broadening philanthropic expression within the state of Minnesota.
We view the nonprofit community as the agents and agencies of change in our community. We don't really make a difference. We have the good fortune of being able to support organizations out there that are really doing the work of the community.
Most foundations and most philanthropists want to know who benefits from the work, and they track them. We also want to understand the genesis of our action. So we ask two additional questions. We ask, who informed the work? Who set the agenda? Who identified this as the priority in the community? And who formed the work? Who actually constructed the solution and the intervention? Because we believe that when we listen to the community, they'll tell us which of the competing priorities they need to and are ready to address and what tools will work best in their context. Who informs, forms, and benefits is really a way of giving away power.
The East Metro Pulse is a community vitality survey and report that the foundation started in 2016. We started the survey and report really because we wanted to hear from the community. As a community foundation, we believe that the community is in the best position to articulate its own priorities. The results of the survey really put to paper and gave us data to support some of the areas that we are focusing our work on in our areas of community vitality. What should our grant making look like, and what areas of the East Metro need additional support?
I think the relationship between donors and the community foundation is a unique one. We have the opportunity to listen, learn, and understand what donors are seeking to accomplish with their charitable gifts, whether those goals be during their lifetime or goals for after their lifetime, and use all our tools and resources to determine the best ways to help them accomplish those goals.
For our donors, we definitely, our mission is very similar to how we manage our endowment, our foundation assets, maximizing the return, preserving the purchasing power, and then in the meantime, maximizing their spending on a consistent basis.
By partnering with us as a donor, you get access to that economies of scale from that size. You get access to all the things that you couldn't do as an individual donor, doing your philanthropy yourself or through other kinds of charitable giving vehicles. And we're continuously trying to make improvements to our processes and reporting for our donors so that we can manage their funds, their charitable assets as efficiently and cost effectively as possible. In fact, trying to keep our costs relatively low compared to our peers.
I think a part of what makes us unique, though, is the number of people who care. I don't mean who care by their time or their dollars, but I mean by their passion and their values and their moral aspirations. If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, bring the community. By listening and engaging and being a member of the community, not the one tugging it forward, we have a community that will bring itself very far.